Imagine living in a world where a single secret project had the power to change human history forever. A project so classified that thousands of people worked on it without knowing its true purpose. A project hidden from maps, hidden from the public, and hidden even from many government officials. This was the Manhattan Project, America's most secret mission. It was 1939. World War II had just begun. Across Europe, Nazi Germany was rapidly expanding. Scientists feared that Adolf Hitler's government might develop an incredibly powerful new weapon before anyone else. If that happened, the entire world could fall under Nazi control. The United States realized it could not afford to wait. In complete secrecy, the government approved one of the most expensive and ambitious scientific missions ever attempted. Billions of dollars were invested. Thousands of scientists, engineers, and military personnel were recruited. Most of them had no idea what they were actually building. To keep the mission hidden, the U.S. government built entire secret towns from scratch. These places didn't appear on public maps. Mail was monitored. Security checkpoints surrounded every entrance. Families lived there for years without fully understanding what their husbands, wives, or parents were working on. At the center of this extraordinary mission stood some of the greatest scientific minds in history. Their goal wasn't just to build a weapon, it was to unlock the power hidden inside the atom itself. Success could end the war. Failure could change history forever. And as the project moved forward, no one could predict what would happen when humanity unleashed a force it had never controlled before as construction began. The U.S. government launched one of the largest secret operations in history. Entire towns appeared almost overnight. Thousands of workers arrived by train, but almost no one knew why they were there. They built laboratories, factories, and military bases without ever being told the true purpose of the project. Every letter was checked. Every phone call was monitored. Armed guards stood at every entrance. Even family members couldn't ask questions. If someone spoke about the project outside the facility, they could face prison. The mission had one rule above everything else: absolute secrecy. The world's greatest scientists worked side by side. Physicists, chemists, engineers, and mathematicians spent endless days solving impossible problems. Every experiment brought them one step closer to unlocking the incredible power hidden inside the atom. But there was one terrifying problem. No one had ever created a weapon this powerful before. Some scientists even feared the first test could trigger an unstoppable chain reaction. They weren't just building a bomb. They were experimenting with forces humanity barely understood. After years of secret research, the project reached its final stage. Deep inside the New Mexico desert, a massive steel tower was built. Around it stood the world's greatest scientists, waiting for a moment that had never happened before in human history. In just a few days, they would attempt something that could change the future of mankind forever. It was July 16th, 1945. Before sunrise, scientists, soldiers, and military leaders gathered in the New Mexico desert. The countdown had begun. Years of secret research, billions of dollars, and the hopes of an entire nation depended on a single experiment. Nobody knew exactly what would happen next. At exactly 5:29 in the morning, the silence disappeared. A blinding flash brighter than the sun lit up the desert. For a few seconds, night turned into day. Then came an explosion unlike anything humanity had ever witnessed. The shockwave traveled across the desert with unbelievable force. Windows shattered miles away. The ground shook beneath their feet. Some scientists cheered with relief. Others stood frozen in silence, realizing they had just changed the future of the world forever. The experiment was called Trinity, and it had worked perfectly. News of the successful test was immediately sent to Washington using secret military codes. Within hours, America's leaders realized they now possessed the most powerful weapon ever created. But while America celebrated the success of the Trinity Test, another decision was already being made behind closed doors. a decision that would affect hundreds of thousands of lives. Within just a few weeks, the world would witness the devastating power of the atomic bomb for the very first time, and history would never be the same again. Less than a month after the successful Trinity Test, the world witnessed something it had never seen before. On August 6, 1945, an American B-29 bomber flew over the Japanese city of Hiroshima, carrying a weapon unlike any other in history. Few people below had any idea that within moments, the world would change forever. The explosion shocked the world. Within days, a second atomic bomb was dropped on Nagasaki. The destruction was unlike anything humanity had experienced before. The devastating power of nuclear weapons forced leaders around the world to confront a terrifying new reality. Japan surrendered days later, bringing World War II to an end. Across America, many celebrated peace. But among the scientists who built the bomb, emotions were deeply divided. Some believed they had saved millions of lives by ending the war sooner. Others feared they had opened the door to an age of nuclear danger. The Manhattan Project officially ended, but its legacy never did. It sparked the nuclear arms race, transformed global politics, and forever changed the balance of power between nations. Even today, decades later, the decisions made during that secret project continue to shape our world. The Manhattan Project was more than a military operation. It was a moment when science, politics, and war collided in a way that changed human history forever. It reminds us that the greatest discoveries can bring both hope